Shabbat Shalom and Chag Sameach. Today is the holiday of Shavuot, which is called in our Torah and our liturgy Zman Matan Toratenu, the time when the gift of Torah is given. 50 days ago, we celebrated Passover. Zman Cherutenu, the time of our freedom, and Shavuot is kind of like a final stamp or what's called a chatima on this idea of Passover. In leaving Egypt, we are finally free. But what do we do with our freedom? Is the Jewish concept of freedom that we're able to do whatever we please and be the complete masters of our own universe? Not quite. We are no longer slaves. We have to learn, though, that freedom, too, has its boundaries. These boundaries are expressed for us in the giving of the Torah, the giving of the law that binds us together as a people and holds us to the high standards that we deserve to be held to as individuals. Despite the limiting factors that law places upon us, Shavuot is actually a time of tremendous joy. It's as if even though we became free at Passover, we have been a bit unmoored. What should we do with our freedom? How should we build the society that best serves the Jewish people and humanity? We aren't there yet, just leaving Egypt and wandering in the desert as we sort these things out. But once we receive Torah, we finally have a guidebook for our lives. As Israel turns 75 just last week, it seems to be at the turning point, kind of like between Passover and Shavuot, between Pesach and Shavuot. As the government and the nation struggle and strive to make appropriate changes that will strengthen the body and soul of Israel, I'm reminded of the wrestling that we did as a people in the desert, trying to become who we were meant to be as the Jewish people. I have tremendous faith that Israeli society will do just that. Wrestle and struggle together, forming deep coalitions and connections that will build a system of law appropriate for our Jewish tradition and modernity alike. I think this analogy works too for America. I think about Benjamin Franklin's here too, that America is a republic if you can keep it. In order to support freedom, there must be a mutual understanding of our individual responsibilities to ourselves and to one another. To be a citizen of this country or any country is to embrace the system of law, to understand it, to follow it, and to hold ourselves accountable within it. There are times when we look around the world and we see the dissolution of this. And I hope that we are re-inspired to work for the day when all Americans participate with pride in the structure of our nation as free people bound to a higher standard of law and goodness. I hope that that works for Israel as well and for the Jewish people as a nation throughout the world. On Shavuot, we read two incredible texts. Our Torah text is from the Ten Commandments. Since every holiday in Jewish tradition has a part of observance of an extra scroll, we read from the book of Ruth. The Torah is divided into two parts, one half dealing primarily with our relationship with God, and the other dealing with our relationship with one another. And then the Ruth text looks at these same things from a different angle. Ruth is a Jew by choice. She found her way into the beauty of our tradition in a very nuanced way. She binds herself to the Jewish people, and she's able to use its laws and precepts in the most compassionate and kind ways. Her chesed, her understanding and practice of loving kindness leads her to be the ancestor of none other than King David, and as legend has it, also the ancestor of Mashiach, or as Reformed Judaism has it, the one who will usher in a new age of beauty and truth. Choosing into this people has lasting consequences, and we celebrate that on Shavuot. Choosing to participate in the structures and laws and goodness of everything that Judaism has to offer also has lasting consequences for those of us who were born into this tradition. And we celebrate that on this holy day as well. I wish you a wonderful Shavuot, a wonderful celebration of Torah and law and its use in our lives, and Shabbat Shalom as well.